guys, we are here in the coast where we're revealing one of our biggest projects ever. But there's so much to see. When we come to places like this, we like to explore. This is a place that is so rich with culture, has fantastic food, has fantastic beaches, and even better beachside resorts. For instance, where I am right now, Leopard Beach Resort. So I want to take you around and look at some of these things. I am so excited to go for the dolphin excursions, so we can head over and take a look at the dolphins. I just want to get really close and take a look at the details in especially the molding. This house looks fantastic, and I guarantee it's going to get even better once we get into the nitty-gritty. So let's begin the tour. I'm going to start right over here with this first structure. We have what you'd call the gatehouse. So this is ideally where the security guard would stay. It's easy to neglect a space like this because you're like, you know, it's separate from the house. You don't really need to do anything. But Fine Urban Construction Interiors, we don't slack on anything. So you can see in the molding details, even in the type of structure that we have here, nice, simple, clean lines, even big windows, which you will see a lot of in the main house. It's such a detailed space that could easily be neglected, but that's just what we do. And then you have to think about security. You know that our perimeter walls also reflect a huge part of the designs that you're going to see throughout the property that we're doing. So here we have made sure to go with something that really reflects the client's loves. Our client is of the Swahili culture, and they do have a love for Mediterranean designs. So you can see that reflected here by having these really nice huge arches, and then this bowl detail. This actually looks like a bowl, and if you're African, you know, whether you're Swahili or from any other part of Africa, there is something about bowls. So we have implemented a half bowl here, but we're not finished yet, guys. This is one of the pieces that might look deceptively simple. So not only will this space have a waterfall, so there'll be a tap up there with running water, and then we've also created a space down there for where all the water can go. We'll also have lighting. We have a little nook right over here. It's very well hidden, but we will have lighting all around just to make sure that we're highlighting all the hard work that has gone into this one piece. On this wall alone, we have 3 similar designs, and then when I'm looking right across, I can see they continue. This design actually goes throughout the entire property. As I'm standing here, the sun is relentlessly just hitting me, and I can see why we would really look at this environment and be like, it could highly benefit from having a lot of greenery. So we are going to be dividing this front part into 2 sections. So over here on my right, the entire section will be green. So that's going to be the green side, and this will be the cabro side. We'll also include a gazebo right on that corner, and this will be such a great balance of natural features with the water and the greenery. The fact that we are going to be including so much green on that side, it would really make no point for us to uproot this. And when you look at this, this is something that occurs in this environment, so we don't want to take away from anything that just really hits on that coastal feel, and this is definitely something that we want to keep around. So the idea is you're going to have this scenic drive as you come into the house on the cabro, and then you'll be able to go up there, drop off the person, and then be able to drive back into the parking spot. So let's take a look at what we've done for the parking spot. Looking at this, I can tell it has been built to fit about 3-4 cars. If you have maybe 3 big cars, or if you have a smaller one, I can see maybe a 4th car fitting in this space. Here we have a shower, we have a washroom. As we keep going, we are heading out to the pool area. We have made it out to the pool area. My favorite part of any house is always the pool.
Expanding this pool, the swimming pool.
Yeah.
So the size was a bit small, as you can see.
Where
so,
did it end?
You can see where we have the reinforcement.
Yeah.
So we have
so it went that way.
Yes, so you could come from the other side and get into the pool. But now we have to expand to give the client a bigger pool.
Yeah.
You cannot have a big house and a small pool.
And a small pool.
Yes. Yeah. So the wall you are seeing is called a skin wall.
Yes.
Then now we will come and do reinforcement around it, and then expand the pool and do everything else. As you can see also on the wall, we are going to have a sitting area for people who are not going into the pool or people coming out of the pool.
You have to lounge when you're using the pool.
Yes. Or if you cannot swim, you can sit there.
You can just watch people.
More interestingly, we have let me say a mini pool on the side of the pool.
Yes.
Like a baby pool, but it's connected to the main pool.
Yes.
But that place, this place is very hot. So when you come out of the water, you don't have to bask in the sun, you will burn. So there will be some water.
Yes.
And you can sit there without swimming.
So the area where I'm standing, you can see there's a little level here. We'll have the water come up until this area, and then you can relax there, still being in water, not like a lot of water, a bit of shallow water, but you can lounge in that area as you go in and out of the pool. We didn't want to have the seats outside the pool because the temperatures here are crazy. So you wouldn't necessarily be very comfortable being completely out of the water. So we're just giving a little ledge here where you can relax as you go in and out of the pool, but we're not finished just yet. We also want to include a sunken lounge. We will have seats in this area with glass partition. It will be completely waterproof. Thinking of the type of furniture we're going to use. We're going to make sure the fabrics are waterproof. We're going to make sure that that glass is not leaking water in any way, shape, or form. And that this idea comes with so many challenges, but it is a shining example of the type of time it takes to actually care about being creative and pushing the boundaries and implementing things in exciting ways. So I cannot wait to see what this sunken lounge actually ends up looking like. Over on this side, we have an outdoor kitchen. And this is not going to be any less fabulous than all the outdoor kitchens that you've seen us doing before. So we're going to make sure that it's a full kitchen. You can do proper cooking, you can do a bit of barbecue. You'll have a few seats over on this end where you're sitting there having your drink, sampling the food. It really is going to be an experience. And then out here, obviously we have more room where you can sit and enjoy and really have an outdoor dining experience. Of course, I can't ignore the molding that's been done here. I mean, we've seen it done on the perimeter wall, but here you can see it has switched up. It has more of like a Greek inspiration to it, and you'll see that in the house. So now let's mosey on over to this side. My gosh, we got a glimpse of the molding at the gate, and just seeing it on another structure here and seeing that VERSACE all around the windows, I am getting a closer look at the intricacy. How intricate that molding is. It is wonderful, and I think it really does add to that wow factor you get as soon as you walk in. And then we have the molding around the windows, which looks wonderful, but I think we will just go into more detail when we're looking at the main structure. And I know I'm teasing you with, we're gonna look at the main house, but we're gonna spend a lot of time there. So for now, let's take a look at this. What is this? What does this look like? It's two pillars, having that beautiful molding design. I can see that there's been some space dug out there. What's going on here? This will be another example of how we are making sure to include as much water as we can on this property. We'll have a wall of water here. We'll have a space. We've already done all the piping. You might not be able to see it, but it's just been done so seamlessly. We already have all the piping, and we'll have a wall of water that's just running down. And of course, that's where all the water is gonna go. Stunning. Can you imagine having a feature like that right by your door? This is a huge piece of land, so we do have quite a bit of space on the side of the house, where you can see on the perimeter wall, as I promised, this design has wrapped around the entire house. But as you keep on moving, I am walking on a very big open slab, and it might look out of place, like what's going on here. This is another place So one of the things that you need to understand about our client is that he's into entertaining. He likes having friends over and just having areas to relax and enjoy, and not necessarily in the house. So this will be another space where we're just going to create strictly for that purpose. As you move on, we have yet another wall that looks a bit like, what is this? What's going on here? But when you take a closer look, you can just begin by appreciating the fact that the molding has been done so excellently. I always rant and rave about how when I get to be up close to these designs, I can see how nothing is wonky, everything is excellently done, the symmetry is impeccable. But this wall is another waterfall. You can't just have one waterfall. You got to have multiple, and you'll see how it really, really plays into the inside of the house as well. So we will have water again running from the top, coming all the way down, but the way this has been designed is so that the water kind of slopes in, gathers here, and then pours down. So you can see with everywhere that we've chosen to put water, we've not just been like, we don't know where the water is going to flow. We've thought about the plumbing and made sure that it'll be a consistent flow and the water was not like going to get everywhere. And to finish off this entire area, at the bottom there, we will have black marble, which I think will be such a great contrast. And then over here, obviously, we do want to provide some sort of cover. So this area will actually be a pergola. So they can come here and enjoy during the day, during the night. It'll be a fully functional space. My goodness. I wasn't joking when I said I think I found it. This is my dream design. I always emphasize we're very keen to measure out all our steps, making sure the height is not too high so that you have a very comfortable experience, but also we want to make an impression. I mean, yeah, you might think all this is already impression enough, but think of it. If at the garage we were putting lights on the floor so you could guide your way, of course we're going to take that onto the steps leading into the house. And also, I don't even know what is this? How is this? Like, I know we work with incredible fundis who are so hardworking, but I've seen this work done on much smaller columns, and standing here looking all the way up and realizing that there's 4 of these at this entrance, we need to call in the experts so we can fully understand all the work that it took to get here. How do you accomplish that? What kind of scaffolding or ladders had to be used in this section to make sure that you're getting that level of perfection?
Okay, hapo vile unaona hizo ngazi, hiyo pila ni ndefu. For the first thing, lazima ujenge ngazi pale, inafika juu vizuri. Ndio uanze from top kuja chini. Another thing, we have got experience team. Unajua chenye unafanya. Ndio maana unaona kazi imetokea vizuri, hiyo line inanyoka vizuri.
It's very important, but also the supervisor is very important because acha wewe, you have to have the skill to know when something has been done well, if it's been done poorly. Because unfortunately what we find, sometimes if the supervisor is not being keen and walking around, we can find the first one that is very good, but as you walk, it gets worse and worse. So I have to say thank you very much. It is always so incredible to see all the work that you and your team do for Fine Urban. And I'm looking forward to the next project where we see even newer designs, even more perfect ones, and I get to do this interview with you again. This feels like something straight out of a Roman palace. I feel like there should be trumpets playing as you're walking in. I want to make sure the videographer is going to add in the sounds of do 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 do, so we can go into the house. Here we have that luxe touch. That's when you know your client has really good taste. Having that lace trimming feel throughout the windows, it's fantastic. And then it transfers on also to the main door. It has taken us so long to make sure that we're creating symmetry everywhere we go. And where it began is right at this entrance. We have this massive opening leading into the house, and I'm now walking into the main living room. It's a huge space. This is a big house, and this has been a big project. And considering the environment, I appreciate that we've kept the ceilings very high. We haven't made that gypsum come super low, making this place feel more compressed. We have opened up those windows. Of course, we'll have glass there, but allowing all that light to really pour in and creating symmetry as well. And you can see by this huge opening that we have over here, we are now looking out to what will be the pergola. You can also get a glimpse of that waterfall. So you can see that from all corners of this house, you have multiple views that you can fully enjoy. So you'll notice in transition areas, we give ourselves a bit more leeway to just, create something more dynamic, leading you in the direction where you're heading. And now we are in the dining room. Nice big dining room. For this little nook here in the wall, we want to introduce another element of like Arabic design, so that you can enjoy when you're in your dining room. So we'll have a nice design over there that you can look over at and really will add to the overall vibe of the dining room. But we've also have this massive opening. So what we're gonna do in spaces like this is adding an aluminum frame so that then we can add like really toughened glass for that extra security. Because can you imagine, we make sure that we're leaving all these openings and then we come and cover that up with grills. Kind of takes away from the point, so we'll make sure we're using aluminum and toughened glass to finish off spaces like that. We have another room that is multi-purpose. So this is going to be a lounge stroke prayer room. So we want to make this very, very comfortable. We'll have custom furniture into the space. But what I really enjoy the most is this is the room that has the best view of that waterfall that's outside. Again, nice big open windows, clean, simple gypsum design. And as I'm standing here, I can see the absolute artistry and symmetry and genius of what's been done with the gypsum design. And they keep on leading me into the kitchen. So I'm gonna walk through this opening here, but from what I hear, the client has requested that we do a huge aquarium in this entire area. It will be such a lovely touch. And now we are in the kitchen. This is where you're gonna have your fridge, your oven, your microwave, all that good stuff that you need in the kitchen. As you guys know, we customize spaces like that so that it fits exactly. And that's again another point of talking to the client, finding out what that they would want in their kitchen so that we're making sure that spaces we're building matches those items exactly. And then over on this side, I think we're all really familiar with the fact that if you see a big window in the kitchen, that's where the sink will be. So that's definitely what's gonna happen here. We're also going to include an island, which will have a cooking station and a sink. But some homes you want to be a bit more hidden away when you're cooking. So we are also going to be creating another cooking station over here and another sink over there. So no more, I can't do the dishes. We can't be like 3 people in one area. No, everybody can wash the dishes. You can wash them there, you can wash them there, you can wash them right over there. So everyone's coming together and helping each other. Did I mention that we're actually going to have a dishwasher? Of course, we're gonna include a dishwasher, not only a sink, but also a dishwasher. And of course, here we have the pantry, which all the good cabinetry that we do will also really be implemented in that. And any spaces that you see, we will try and include cabinetry where we can, of course, considering movement in the kitchen and convenience and how much storage the client actually needs. Now, the next space I want to go to is a place that I recall very vividly. Last time when I was here, I stood somewhere right here. And what I was looking at was what looked to me to be an abyss. Oh, wow. It's nice to see what's living down here. It's a really nice big space. So the way this area has been designed is so that this section will have seats. The screen will be massive and be over there. Did I mention that this is going to be like a home theater? I can see we've very deliberately left openings because we are on a lower level, so ventilation can be quite a problem. So of course, we have to make sure that we're getting as much air into the space as possible just to make it comfortable. We've seen so many houses where you have issues with water and, you know, getting into the walls, and this house has a basement, and we have a water feature on either side of this entrance on a wall that's leading directly to the basement. Is there any concern in terms of like water seeping into the walls?
Yes, it is not desirable most times to have water seep into the walls because it can also compromise the foundation of the building.
Yes.
But when we are doing our construction, we have our technicians, engineers and experts. So we have to ensure that you don't see like water in the basement.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can see dampness and you'll have molds, but we don't do that here. So even for these water features, you can see it's a retaining structure.
Yes.
It will have some ports, ports for aesthetics.
Yeah, the aesthetic value
maybe
of the flame.
you saw the principle that there will be some sort of flame.
Yes.
But there will be just ports inside water. But for us to have that, we need to ensure that this place is watertight.
Yes.
So we use some, first we have to do very good workmanship, and then we provide some waterproofing. So by applying cement and also having a coat, we do a layer of waterproofing.
And to finish it off, I don't know if you guys can hear this. There's a bit of an echo down here. It's very echoey. It's very echoey down here. So we will be adding wall paneling, which will also act as soundproofing. Right over here, we have a really nice nook. So this will also act as an office. So from what I hear, our client does a bit of producing here and there, is into music. So this will be a really nice place for them to come and, you know, do what they need to do in terms of being a producer and a musician. So now we can head on back up and take a look at those incredible stairs. That level of making stone look like it has movement to it. Like, how do you even start in constructing a staircase like this?
It's also beautiful to all of us who did it. At the end of the day, we were also very happy that we achieved it. But you see, this is a concrete wall, reinforced concrete wall.
Yes.
Going all the way, following a nice curvature.
Yes.
And it's not so hard for fine urban construction. So we do some formwork, and then you take your wall up. But it is amazing, as you can see.
As I look up, I can't help but get this impression like it's almost like a ribbon. Like it's giving me, you know how a ribbon gently kind of cascades down? This aspect of lighting has been used very well throughout the property. The inclusion of the cove lighting, you can see it even in the stairs, even in the staircases, the steps themselves. Underneath, we have the light. I get to see a good view of how that door, the main door we went into, is so symmetrical with this massive window right above it. And when you're standing outside, you also get to really enjoy that symmetry because it has been enhanced by the molding that we've done. And then we're now on this floor, and obviously we are in this huge, massive space. This is the perfect area to have another TV room, a family room. Why do you want a TV room? Why would you want a home theater? But I actually came to understand they serve very different functions, and everyone can have a space that really feels personal to them. Not every family wants to be together all the time, but sometimes they do. And a family room is the place where we're like, hey guys, let's just gather and watch something. So let's take a look at the rooms. Let's start with door number 1. From what I hear, this is a boys' room. We've already figured out all the layout, where the bed's gonna be, the cabinetry, we have the bathroom. All of the rooms do have a door leading into a balcony. I know you're thinking, children and this balcony that has nothing girding them from potentially falling over? I think we're all aware as I'm walking through this house, this project is not over yet. So those are things that you should actually look forward to. Guys, subscribe. And throughout the bedrooms, you'll also notice that the gypsum is nice, clean, and simple. Next room, we have is right next door. Ooh, and let's not forget, when you see features like this, this is what I call clever design. Room number 2. I hope you guys are keeping count. I want you guys to tell me how many rooms are in this house. How many? So room number 2, another boys' room. This is the one where I heard there's an allocation for a study table, but of course, as always, we figured out where are we gonna have the bed? Where are we gonna put all the cabinetry? Because this is someone's forever home. So if they have young kids right now, we need to still think these kids are gonna be growing up in this house. So when you're thinking cabinetry, I'm like, what does the kid have? Like 2 pieces of clothing? No, they're gonna be 16 and 18 in this house. So we need to make sure that this space is able to grow with the children that will be using it. So here again, we're just waiting to put in all those fittings. So next bedroom, finally, we have a girl's room. We finally have a girl's room here. She seems to have a bigger balcony there. Nice, I like this touch. She gets to have a view, and I think she'll also appreciate the columns as much as I do. You get to have a really nice view of those columns from a higher level, so you can see, actually, you can see it is consistent. We did not get up here and get sloppy because no one's really gonna see it. It is consistent from the bottom to the top, but I don't know, it's the same thing. We've figured out the layout, we've really thought of those details, and the bathroom is almost done. We can go to the bedroom number 4 on this floor. It's across, right on the other side. I think we can all tell exactly where I'm going. Welcome to the master bedroom. We'll have the bed on this side. We'll have a small lounge area there. Right on that side, we're gonna include a couch, of course. We have that balcony over on that side. And as we keep on moving, we have a massive walk-in. Massive, absolutely huge. But I can see this being a room that's being shared between 2 people. Of course, we need so much more space for the walk-in closet. Although we all know this is going to be majority the woman's space. All her stuff is going to fit in here. We will make sure to include some cabinetry for the guy in the room because they're just not going to need as much space. And then as we keep on moving, we are now in the master bathroom. So a client and their spouse have very busy lives, very hectic schedules, and sometimes they're always trying to be in the shower. Like, no, get out of the shower. I'm trying to get ready to go to work. It's like, no, I'm not done yet. I have to go. So what they've decided to do is they'll have the tub there. Over on this side, we will have a shower cubicle. This entire area will be a shower cubicle. We'll have a traditional shower and a rainfall shower pouring in from the top. We'll have our sinks there. You can see that there's 2, that's his and hers. And then over on this side, we want to create a bit more privacy as well. So this will also be a separate closed off section with the toilet bowl and another shower over here, again, with the rainfall shower. Perfect. I've mentioned, I don't think there's any window on this house where you'd look outside and be disappointed at what you're looking at, whether it is what we've put in or what nature has to offer. So let's move on. Before we take a look at the rest of the house, let me show you the dolphins just like I promised. I hope you guys are enjoying the master bedroom tour. I was just here trying to imagine what it would look like when it's all finished up. But for now, let me show you guys where I've been staying while I've been at the coast. It is so close to the beach. It has a wonderful white sand beach. It has multiple restaurants. It has a bar. It is really well designed to entertain, so you never feel like you need to leave the resort for anything. This is a very hot area, so I really appreciate the fact that I can recognize that they wanted to give you the experience of having outdoor dining, but didn't want you to be out burning if you wanted to come here and have a meal or have a drink. And of course, we have the beautiful lounge chairs and this incredible pool. They've really gone all out to make sure that they're giving you as big a pool as possible. And obviously with a pool, you need a shower to kind of rinse off that chlorine if you're planning to stay outdoors. So we have the outdoor shower, really accessible over there. And then we have another space here where you could just come and lounge. Maybe if other people are in the pool and you just want to be in an interactive space, you could sit there, have your drink, and just enjoy the views from here. And then of course, you get to head on over, welcomed by 2 plants on either side of you into the villa. Welcome to my humble abode. I am gonna start off with my bedroom. I had the luxury of being able to choose any room I wanted, seeing as how, I was gonna be staying here alone. So over here we have room number 1. This is my room, the master bedroom. Obviously I had to choose this one. Really nice layout, simple, clean design, nice furniture, but most of all, we have a massive bathroom. Here we have a really big bathroom. I have a toilet bowl there in a nice private area. I have a walk-in closet, a massive, guys, I have really been making full use of this space. A massive jacuzzi, we have the his and hers sink, and then we have this massive shower cubicle with 2 sides. So here we have the next bedroom. It has 2 beds in here. You still have your seating area. It's really well designed. You still even get to enjoy having a massive walk-in closet and another big bathroom. You see, I think you guys can now tell why I chose the other one, because I just couldn't live without that tub. So now we can go and take a look at the 3rd bedroom on this property. Right this way. 2 beds again, massive mirror, big TV, another mirror there, more seating, and you have your bathroom over on this side. You will swiftly walk past the closet and then you are in the bathroom again. You have your shower cubicle, your toilet bowl, everything is well done and neat. And I have to say, the staff of this resort, they're so nice, they're so kind, very, very helpful. And every space that you walk into is sparkling clean. Every day that I came back after a long day of shooting, I always knew I'm coming back to a space that has been clean, that is fresh, and is just waiting for me to come and get cozy in the sheets. So we're not finished with the tour. We have this hallway that's leading us down into the living room. Honestly, sometimes when I'd come in, I'm not trying to go to my bed immediately. What I want to do is make full use of this space. Just relax, switch on something on TV. And honestly, it does really feel like you're in your own personal paradise. The seats are really comfortable. The color scheme just matches the vibes of being on vacation. Then here we have a dining room. That's why I'm saying that this would be the perfect space for anyone who is coming here as a group of friends, or if you're coming here with your family. It really does feel like a home. I say we end this by the pool. Guys, we have just arrived at Shimoni, so this is where we're dropped off. Now we're walking to get a dhow over to Wasini. So we're finally here. Let's get on the boat and head to Wasini. We have our safety jackets on and we began the trip. We are on our way to the dolphins I've been talking about. have been chasing around the dolphins, but it appears that we did not give them the notice in time. It seems they've gone off on vacation, so we've not been able to see any today. But I do promise that when we're doing the final reveal, we will come back, we'll give them the notice in time, and we will get to put them on camera. Honestly, my experience in Diani has been so magical. I'm definitely going to make time to come back and explore more. But now that that's done, let's continue with the tour. So let's keep gliding up these steps with these gentle curves leading us all the way up. We are on the top floor. I want to be a guest in this house. If this is the guest bedroom, let me go pack my bags, but let's keep going. So here we have the bathroom. And this being a bathroom that feels bigger, I can see how we have that leeway to go with something that feels a bit darker without taking anything away from the space. We have a nice big window, so much light pouring in. Nice, I really quite enjoy this. These tiles are incredible, they're phenomenal. The texture, it's wonderful. My absolute favorite space. As you can see, we still have these openings allowing that light to travel. We are in the most beautiful spot in this house. Personally, this is it for me. The views of the water, the greenery, it just keeps going on and on. And it's the perfect spot that we've decided this is going to be another entertainment area, multifaceted. We'll have a jacuzzi, we'll have a kitchen area there so that you can prepare any small bitings you might want while you're up here relaxing. You can have a couple of seats in this area. It has so much potential. I can see we have a fundi over there doing more molding around the door, making sure everything is nice and straight. And that lacing detail, I'm gonna call it lacing detail, that trim that we have has continued on up on this building. It really does feel palatial. I'm sure you guys can see that it's not just about making a house look beautiful from the perimeter wall or the exterior. It's also making the inside not only be beautiful, but also be such a luxurious experience every time that you walk into any room. So if you want to see the next step, the finishing of this amazing property in Kwale, make sure that you like, share, subscribe so you know every single time that we post. We're also on Instagram and all those other social media platforms. Make sure you look for Fine Urban Construction and Interiors, and I'll see you guys in the next video.